What's going on, everyone? How are you doing on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday? How's everyone doing? Let me fix this. There we go. Yes, hopefully everyone's doing well. Wonderful, wonderful Sunday afternoon, evening for a lot of people. Yes. And hey, I mean, November. Thanksgiving's almost here, Black Friday, and then we can get on the road to Christmas. So, again, let's say hello to some people we have in there. Oh, Tiny Ninja, how are you? MDC, Exxon Lean. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I butchered names. I'm sorry. Umpty Scratch, Harold, Sarah, Jeremy, Tats, Alfredo, Xander Baby. Yes, Bearded Barbarian will join me in about a half hour. We have unboxings and all that stuff ahead of time. Auntie Audie, Jeremy, Candy Man, how are you? So let's get right to it. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have unboxings. We have a box battle. First and foremost, we do have a box battle with Jeremy. So, Jeremy, here is the box. You let me know. You pick. What do you want? Again, Jeremy's a winner 2 weeks ago. Right from Spastic Collectibles. Battle box. Here we go. I think I've won like 2 in a row. 3 more weeks for Thanksgiving. 7 more for Christmas. I like it. I like it. All right. What's Jeremy going to pick? Tremaine, how are you? Let's see. What box number I'll take 2 and you go first. All right. You guys always want me to go first. I'll tell you what. I don't know. All right. See what we got. I go first. All right. Spastic Collectibles. That over there. All right. Box there. All right. So he's going to take, there's my box 1, box 2. All right. Here we go. Let me bring up Handy Dandy Pop Price Guide up. All right. We got Pop Price Guide up. Here we go. My box number 1. Will Jeremy take me down? I think I've won maybe like 2 in a row. Nikki, how are you? All right. Ooh, it's a cool one. One I have. It is from Fraggle Rock. And it is the Specialty Series Fraggle Rock Uncle Traveling Mat. If you've never seen the Fraggles, this is awesome. This came out 2017, which is right around the year of 35-year anniversary of Fraggle Rock. And there was some exclusives, the whole set. There's the 5-pack. You probably can't see it because it sits. It actually sits. Where does it sit? It's up here somewhere. So there's Uncle Traveling Matt. I don't know. What's Uncle Traveling Matt? So Uncle Traveling Matt currently, right now, PPG, $25. So Jeremy might be able to take me down on this one. He might have picked the right one, and here is his box number 2. What will it be? What will it be? What will it be? All right. Box 2 for Jeremy is going to be, what is it? What is that? All right. So it is from Thor. It is the Dark Elf from Thor the Dark World. 2013 pop. So it's an older pop. Need 25 to beat, 25 to tie, or more to win. And congratulations, Jeremy, you win it. Dark Elf is in at $37, so you take me down by 12 points. And what that means is Jeremy wins both pops. So congratulations, Jeremy. I know I have the shipping address, but shoot me it on Instagram anyway, just so I have it where you want them shipped to, and I'll actually get them shipped out to you tomorrow. So awesome. Yes, congratulations, Jeremy, taking me down. Dang. All right, let's get right into it. We have some more unboxings. Actually, let me play this. All right, so we do have more unboxings. First one, how about a little Whatnot win? And this is from another YouTube channel, which I love always to watch, the Pop and Duo. And what they do on Whatnot is they have charity pins and things like that. And I'll show you this. Support the troops with the dog tags. And this, of course, support the troops. And this one is a very cool one. Pink for, of course, breast cancer awareness. So big shouts out to Vince and the family. Always fun to get those, along with pucks and things like that from Slapshot as well. So awesome. All right, we're gonna go right to it. We're gonna keep rolling, guys. I got a little card in the mail as a thank you for donations from Mama J and Spectre. So thank you so much for that one. How did you know I love Garfield? Love Garfield. Love him, love him, love him. So I'm going to show this one off because this came today, and I actually cleared out this shelf right here for this. However, it doesn't fit. So I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to display him somewhere else or not, but you know, you always talk about you want to see hot toys, right? So this is a new hot toy. He's big. He's bigger than I thought he would be. This is the battle damaged Thanos. So of course, there you can sort of see the gauntlet with the snap. Very cool. He does come with his sword, and there you can sort of see a good head sculpt of him. So very, very detailed. Different hands, different feet. He has a helmet on the one. He has the big sword. He has a nice base. But even without the base, he's too big for the shelves. So I don't know if maybe I'll put him up there. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Or maybe he's got to go back in a box till the Iron Man Battle Damage comes out, and somehow I work them together. I don't know. But very cool. Not metal. People may think it's metal. It is plastic. Actually found that him being so big, it's very easy to interchange the hands and everything like that. So I wanted it, of course, for the gauntlet and the snap. So I think it's very cool. He does have some kind of light up feature. I don't know if that's in the other gauntlet that has the stones in it. I don't know. I don't ever put them in because the batteries don't last long, and it's quite a waste. But yep, there it is. Hot Toys Battle Damaged Thanos. For people that, you know, always want to see some Hot Toys here and there. There he is. And I did clear out the Seinfeld shelf, but he's too big. He's too big. What are you going to do? Also, hopefully you guys checked out the video on Saturday. It was a special one. Me and Sean took the weekend off, but I did do a box battle. It was challenged by the BPH, the Bearded Pop Hunter. He got 200, sort of. But yeah, these are his new pins. If you've never checked them out, go follow him on YouTube. Check out his Etsy store. One glows in the dark. Just awesome, awesome. He really tears up with these pins every single month. This was last month, or this month's pins. So definitely check them out. All right, moving on. Speaking of pins, we have our next unboxing we're going to do is ZANINI box. So again, in this box, you're going to see cards, you're going to see pins, and I'll show you the website then as well, just so you can see it. But ZANINI Pin does a great job. Some very cool stuff. And don't forget, guys, moderators, link up the Bearded Barbarian. If you have never checked out the Bearded Barbarian Collectibles YouTube channel, he's going to join me at 10 o'clock. Mad Hatter Pops, how are you? Two boys, how are you? Awesome, awesome channel. Awesome guy. Can't wait to have him on. Looking forward to it. But go follow him. Check him out. BPH does some awesome pins, without a doubt. All right. Put the ZANINI box pin there. I will show you everything. I'll show you, if you wanted to get some of these, how to do it. So first thing, we have the cards. These are really hard stock cards. They come with QR codes on the back, which takes you to things on Amazon normally. And they're kind of collectible. So you have the comics up top, some Spider-Man, some Wolverine, some Action Comics. Movies, how about Saw, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Really cool. And then the video games, Kaboom, Laser Blaster, and Starfighter. Activision games from way back when in the... wow, those are like the cartridge Atari series. So, very cool cards. We also have pins. We have, how about the pin for all of you Pokemon fans? Very cool Pokemon pin there. From Masters of the Universe. Very cool. I like it. The Sorceress. How about a little Marvin the Martian? And how about a little Krusty the Clown, number 6 in the Simpsons line. Very cool. And the last one for our Thundercats fans, I forget their names. Oh, doesn't it say it? Wildcat and Wily Cat and Wily Cat. I don't remember if it's real. Long time since I've watched Thundercats. But there's that, and you also have little magnets that stick on the back, that if you're interested in those, of the same thing and the same nice hard material, enamel material. So that is ZANINI pins. That was for, I think it was actually for October. But if you want to check out ZANINI pins, here you go. This is how you do it. Right to zaninibox.com. You can use code Luau and save 10% off your first month subscription, or if you wanted to buy things separately. So you could choose the cards at $5.99, the monthly subscription 5 pins at $13.99, the magnets at $15.99. You can get pins and cards $19.99, the magnets and cards for $21.99, or you can get the whole shebang like you saw here, cards, pins, magnets, and metal backs for $34.99. Remember, you save 10% off with code Luau, and that is ZANINI box. Some cool stuff. They come to you every month. Very cool. I like ZANINI box. Always fun. All right. That's something else. You guys want to see something else? Chunky Pikachu. All right. So another thing I just got. So people always ask, other things that I collect, and there you can see Hot Toys. But this was another one going back to my childhood, and I'll date myself here. I had to pick this up. This is very cool. So this is a Voltron. So Defender of the Universe, Soul of Gokin GX71 Voltron. So this is from Bandai. This is, I think, on Entertainment Earth right now. A little bit different than what you might think. I'm probably not going to open it up, but I'll show you here. Probably a little bit different than what you think. So they are not die cast. I have an order in for a die cast one. I have I think it was the 25th anniversary one as well. I actually even have an old one that sits over there. But these are very, very cool. They're very nice looking, but they are all plastic. So if you buy this, remember, every single thing is plastic. It is not die cast. But it still will transform. It still looks just like that. Tons and tons of swords and everything like that. You just have to remember, it is all plastic. So I think that one was, I think it's $350. $300 to $350, I think, is what it is, and it is available on Entertainment Earth. So if you're interested, there is one there, and there is one that's coming out early next year, a lot more expensive. I think it's like $699, but I'm sure that one is die cast and everything like that. So I'm a big Voltron fan. I like the old ones. I'm still looking for a nice deluxe one, but they're just so hard to find and find in the condition that I would love to display. I do have one that sits over there. Yeah, they're fun. I like them a lot. Voltron, I grew up with it. I remember getting it on Christmas morning. I remember getting the Matchbox Deluxe set, putting them together. It was awesome. I wish I still had it, but unfortunately, things happen. All right. Are we ready for another unboxing? We're making good time. But before we get to another unboxing, I want to give a big shout out to patrons, channel members. I was not able to update it. I should have updated it this week with new patrons or any people that left. I did not. So the 2 new patrons that are not on there is Let's Start a Pop Collection, Jeremy. Big shouts out to him and Mitchie. Also, Pop in Missouri is on there. So next week I will update the screen that you can see it. So just remember, those 2 are new patrons of the channel. Thank you so much to both of them. Awesome channels. If you're not already checking out Pop in Missouri or Let's Start a Pop Collection, go check them out. Let's Start a Pop Collection did an incredible 30 days of horror movie reviews. If you've never seen it, go back and check it out. Turned me on to some movies. Was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So definitely go check them out. And here we go to patrons, channel members. Here you go. Again, thank you to all the channel members. Truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. And if you want to become a patron, it's down at the bottom of all the videos, and you get special gifts. And almost all patrons at, I think, the $5 plus level this month are going to get the Clark W. Griswold Luau pin. Very cool. The lights and the hat where it says Chicago Luau actually glow in the dark. Very cool. I like that a lot. Also want to give a big shout out to everyone that came and joined me on Whatnot this past, whatever it was, Thursday. A lot of fun. We played a different kind of game. We played What's in the Box, and it did well. So I had been tempted to bring it back, maybe for a special on its own. But we will have another Whatnot auction, so definitely follow me and come check it out. We also have tons of things listed on Whatnot right now, so definitely check that out. Always fun to do the auctions. All right, we have another unboxing. We have giveaways, and don't forget, we got the Bearded Barbarian at 10 o'clock. Guys, thank you. Please go check out his channel if you haven't already. Sassy, how are you? Last Ketchum, how are you? Mad Hatter Pops as well. Ah, why, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Yes, I did change up the background a little bit. We got a little bit rid of the horror since Halloween is gone, and we just sort of went in. You know, there is a custom Luau pop. I don't bring that out too much. That's from GMC, Gabe Miller Customs on that one. You know, a little Edna Mode, a little Syndrome, little Alan Baby Carlos, one of my favorites, Sloth. So yeah, I changed the background up a little bit. I didn't get to this bottom shelf or this one yet. And then I cleaned this one out thinking I could put Thanos there, but Thanos is just too big. So we'll have to see what I put there. I don't know yet. All right. I'll let you guys choose what you want to see. Do you want to see Bam Geek, Bam Horror? First one I see with like 3 votes, I'll do it. And the other one we'll save till next week. We got Horror, Geek, Horror, and it looks like Pop and Trades tiebreaker. We will do Horror. So I did see a question. What did I miss? What did I miss? 2 boys. What do you put your pins in? So I put pins in like hopefully you're saying how I display them. Pin boards. Sometimes I have a frame that I put some in. So that's what I do. All right. You guys want to see Horror? We got Bam Horror. Then we have weekly giveaway winners. And then we got Bearded Barbarian. All right. So here we go. Starting next month, Rue Morgue. Don't miss the Horror World's premiere magazine. Who knows? Put that over there. We got our Bam paper. Ooh, always freaky when they do these. All right. We got the Bam card of Bonnie Aaron in The Nun. Freaky movie, especially the snake part. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. You horror fans might be able to guess that one. I'm not sure. I don't have that one. Oh, this is a very cool one. How about an FBI badge from Clarice Starling, Special Agent? That is a cool one. And that might actually be something I keep. We have the art print then of one Jason Voorhees. And we get here. Again, if you guys want a BAM box, check out thebambox.com. And no, not that. No, not that. So we have an autograph from Brad Lorry, actor, stuntman, known for Halloween Resurrection. Very cool. He also is known for Shanghai Noon and X-Men 2. What did he sign, right? Well, they send out literally butcher knives that are signed. Real knives. They are sharp and all that good stuff. I'm assuming there's some probably Beckett on here somewhere. Yes, the Beckett new little cert is there. But yes, they have done this in the past. Real butcher knives. Autograph there. Brad Lorry. So cool. I liked it. I mean, that's a decent box. Decent stuff. And then we can see what you got. You had the autograph night from Brad Laurie, collector's pin. Okay. Witches of Eastwick. All right. I didn't think of that. And then, of course, you do have the upgrades with Witches of Eastwick, which you could have gotten a share. Bonnie Aaron the Nun, the prop item, which the Clarice special agent pin I liked, and the artist gallery print of Jason Voorhees. So no specials or anything like that, but still a decent horror box from BAM. All right. Making good time, making good time. It's weekly giveaway time. All right, so let's bring up we'll add that to the stream. And let's go here, our random comment picker. We'll update it. We have this week, we have head-to-head, prize wheel, $40 PayPal credit, mystery box, the new Luau pin, as you saw there, comes with a sticker, or a Teespring, which you get an item, a t-shirt of your logo choice. You pick it. All right. Those are the prizes today. Don't forget, we're going to have a special prizes come the week of Thanksgiving, which will be the week of 11/22. So really basically in, 3 weeks, basically. 2 weeks, 3. Anyway. All right, here we go. 54 people. Prize winner number 1. And that winner is going to be, congratulations, goes to DDDJNL. Sorry that I wasn't at the live. It was because I had Halloween party by some friends, but I can be more than the next live. So congratulations, DDDJNL. Get a hold of me on Instagram. And I always say it in pop drunk style at _Luau_23. All right, let's pick winner number 2. And that winner is going to be, congratulations, goes to Cliff Gorska. Cliff, how are you? Congratulations, Cliff. If either one of you are here and you want to spin the wheel, just let me know. And we will get rid of, well, I won't do that. Let's do this. And I'll remove that from the studio. Boom, and we will just remove that. So again, Cliff, DDDJ, if you guys are in the chat and you want to spin the wheel, let me know. We can spin it. And we have a few more minutes before the Bearded Barbarian comes on. So anything you guys want to talk about, ask questions, etc., I'll leave it up to you. We will do more unboxings next week. I did have next week planned for a guest, but they had to cancel. But we have a very, very special stream we're going to do in 2 weeks' time. And it will be a stream that we are going to talk about Pop Price Guide. We're going to talk about Funko Pop values, how to find them, how things change, guarantee box values. We're going to do it with Book Bar Bros and Templar Pops. So you're going to get the how for, like me and Book Bar Bros, how we put together mystery boxes on Instagram. You're going to hear from a mystery box company in Templar Pops, how he does it, how PPG is valued, how it works, how sometimes you may get a guarantee value box at the time of boxing, and in a week later, the value can change and sometimes change drastically. So it's going to be a great conversation. That'll be happening in 2 weeks. So what companies sent t-shirts in mystery boxes? There's been a few that have done t-shirts in mystery boxes. The more recent one was the Nerdy Newt did one for Halloween. However, the shirts were not done yet. So the mystery box to come, the shirts will come later. They have done t-shirts in mystery boxes. And sometimes like Templar will put like a Funko t-shirt in a mystery box. I think that's basically it. That's basically it when it comes to t-shirts. We will have to ask if he has any good Thanksgiving stories. What should we expect? So anyway, we will see what we do for next week. But we did have a guest. But 2 weeks should be a great conversation. I know a lot of people are interested in how PPG is valued, how things change, viewpoints from a mystery box company that puts them together, viewpoints from people like us who buy them, and what we expect. So it should be an hour-long conversation. Pretty good stuff. That one will happen in 2 weeks. And really quick, before the Bearded Barbarian comes on and joins me, I'll tell you what we have coming up for this week when it comes to videos. What do we have for you this coming week? So we start off tomorrow, speaking of Templar Pops, $490 worth of mystery boxes for Templar Pops. There will be blood mystery boxes. Pretty cool. How about a $350 Nerdy Newt mystery box? That's coming on Tuesday. This one, the little one was very, very excited to do. This is the Pop Couple mystery box, the $100 Pop Couple mystery box. That is coming Wednesday. Me and the Mini are going to battle it out, and I will tell you, one of us hits the big hit of that mystery box run. So that's on Wednesday. $200 Chalice mystery box coming at you on Thursday. And a $190 J Navo Toys Funko Horror mystery box from the vault on Friday. And me and Sean will be back next Saturday night, where we will open up Chat Matman mystery boxes. So stay tuned to that. But without further ado, I bring to you, get it, a little 2 peas in the pop reference. Here we go. The Bearded Barbarian.
Hey,
my friend.
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for coming to join me.
I wasn't told to wear a red shirt, but apparently it worked out nicely.
It's like matchy. I wasn't going to wear this, and then it's just sort of hit me. It's sitting here. I'm like, all right, I'll put this on. Why not? It's long sleeve. It's a little chilly down here. So
I see.
You know, what can I say? So how's it going? What's new?
Things are going well. I was a little frantic just before I got on here. I'm having some work done, and apparently the men that are doing the work cut right through my Ethernet cable, and so I was scrambling. I'm like, oh my God, I was yelling at my wife, fix it. And yeah, she's the fix-it person around here. So she helped me get it pulled together in a hurry. So but yeah, it's been kind of crazy around here. I'm hoping to get back to normal soon. So
it's always something. It's that time of the year. It's like a crazy, always mad dash to the new year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've always loved your channel, and I always have to say I love watching your unboxings. I love the knife. I just love sort of the presence that you bring to it. Like your voice is like infectious. How are you doing, everybody? Yes, I love it. I love it.
Well, I appreciate it. It's something that I thought about when I was trying to set up my channel. I was trying to think, what can I do that's, everyone wants to do something a little bit different. So I said, well, maybe I'll come up with sort of a persona. And I said, well, maybe I'll try opening a box with an axe and see how that sort of turns out. And some of them are a little easier to manage than others. I've only ruined one Funko Pop with the axe. So I've been doing pretty good for all this time I've been working on it. So no injuries that I know of. So
that's good. That's good. You got 2 boys. And I think you and 2 boys always have this very good relationship. I've come to find.
Right. Yeah. He likes to needle me, and I like to needle him. And it's I do that to a lot of people, though. It's all in good fun. Like for people that don't know, me and a lot of other people's relationships, I'm an instigator. I tend to cause, start trouble, but just in a fun way. I'm not.
You gotta have fun with it.
Sure.
That's what YouTube is. It's fun. We're talking about toys and collectibles.
Exactly. People are very serious with some of their toys and collectibles. So sometimes
some people are. Some people, yes, they get very, very serious. They get very serious. Here we got Jeremy Warden saying hello. It looks like he has some laggy internet, but wanted to say hello to everyone.
Hello, sir.
So how, I can see a lot of sodas, and I know you've really gotten into the sodas.
Yep. Yeah, I've been opening a lot of sodas. People really like them. I mean, that's the thing. I'm trying to put out content that people want to see, and, you sort of learn from that whole experience. But I really enjoy it, too, because like Pops, what you're going to get, unless in a mystery box, you kind of don't. But when you buy a soda, you really have no idea, are you going to get a chase or you're not going to get the chase. And it seems, I don't know about you, but it comes in like waves. Like sometimes you'll get, I'll open can, nothing. And then all of a sudden I had opened it a 6-pack and I got 4 chases all at once. So it's a lot of fun, and you just get a chance to really show off some of your emotion. So,
and they're good figures, and it's always fun going to the different places to buy them. I think it's not as, I guess now you have Hot Topic at Box Lunch, where they're sort of limiting people to 2,
right?
And I've never gotten lucky with Box Lunch. I don't know what it is. Everything Box Lunch sodas, there are never chases ever.
Right.
I don't think I've hit in one.
Yeah, we don't really have a box lunch around here. Up in Richmond where I work, there is. I buy most of mine from Spastic. I mean, I bought a few from Entertainment Earth, but I haven't had much luck there. I bought some from Funko, of course. But Spastic is my place where I normally go, and I seem to have pretty good luck there. So I have a tendency to keep going back to the well for sure. So
I like that he does. You know, if there's like one you have to have, you don't want to play with it. You buy
Right.
6 of them. You can use one of the discount codes, and then you're guaranteed to have that chase. So I like that about it.
Absolutely. I've actually never done that. I've been tempted a couple times because there are a couple ones I really did want. But then I was like, okay, when I did it, I mean, it'd be just everyone's going to know you're going to pull something. So
Yeah.
I always like to, just make it fun for everybody and yell at the screen and, stuff like that. Because the thing that gets me is people, I don't know if people just like to see me yell, but they have a tendency to like, yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get the chase, but I really like it when you don't. So either they're mean spirited or they just want to see me yell at the screen. So there you go.
Man, here we got Chase's Kingdom hails to the chat, and all hail the Barbarian. So tell me about the name. Where did what's the derivative of the Bearded Barbarian?
I kind of went back and forth a bit. I was trying to think of something unique. It's not something like some people will do, like it used to be a gamer tag or something like that. It's nothing like that. I was just sort of kicking around different ideas on what I wanted to do. And I knew I wanted to do something with my beard because I've had it since I was 12, basically. So, I just thought, well, maybe I'll try something alliterative. And I was like, bearded, I tried this and tried that. And I actually went back and forth with my cousin and I said bearded barbarian. And he was like, that's a terrible idea. So I was like, that's perfect. When somebody else thinks it's really bad, sometimes those are the best ideas.
It works. Here we got Last Ketchum saying we like the yelling.
Yeah.
And here's on the Barbarian Chase War is one of the most glorious things to watch.
I wish my wife felt the same way. She usually has to leave the room. She actually does sit behind the camera when I record. I've put out about 300 videos or so. I've 2 times she's been not behind the camera, and I don't know. It's hard for me to build up enough emotion when she's not here. So I like to at least have some kind of an audience in the room when I'm yelling at the screen.
I still have yet to. My wife never comes down here. In fact, I don't think my wife has come in the basement 2 or 3 years now. I think.
So you've been locked in the basement for 2 or 3 years? Do they just throw food down there, or
they throw food, and she lets me go to work? But there's ankle bracelets and things involved, like to work and back, and back into the basement I go.
I hear you.
But yeah, she's not into the collectibles or anything, and she just doesn't get it. So she has no interest. So it is what it is.
Well, my wife, to start with, she wasn't either. I mean, she just thinks it's ridiculous, and she makes to make sure all my toys are down in this one area. They're not allowed to leave this room or they'll go in the trash. So, but there's been a couple. She's like, yeah, that one's really nice. And so we bought a couple. And I told her, I said, that's how it starts. I only bought one to begin with. And then all of a sudden it became a big thing. So she's got a couple, and every now and then she'll want to pick one. So, you never know.
You never know. You never know. Here we got Zach Bonifer. George, that's a good ride. You sort of have that George Lucas look. Right. I can see it.
I've gotten that a few times. I was actually at Disney a couple of years ago, and I was in the, the Star Wars area, and a couple of people that actually worked there, they said that too. They said, "Oh, you look like George Lucas." And the thing of it is it's like at first you think, "Oh, that's quite a compliment." I mean, he's a well-known, billionaire, etc. And then you realize this person is 20 years older than me, and you're being compared to someone that's 20 years older than you. Which not ideal, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you remind me of a really old person. I was like, that doesn't sound great. I don't know if I love that very much. So,
speaking, we have a little R2, I think, right behind you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was from the Galaxy's Edge where you build the robots. I don't know if you've been.
I have been. I went this year. The Saber sits right there.
Okay.
And I love this. We went. It was weird because I had to do my son in the morning, and we did the Saber. My daughter in the afternoon, evening, we did the droid.
Right.
And it was like I was surprised at how different the experiences were.
Right. Yeah. When we went, I wanted to do the Saber, but we're not big planners. My wife and I, like, we were kind of old school. We just think, oh, we'll just show up at Disney and just go and do things because that's when I went 10 years ago, that's kind of how it was. But
Oh, yeah.
now you can't really do that. You got to plan stuff in advance and, stuff like that. So we just showed up and we were lucky to sneak into the droid thing. But the saber thing, they're like, yeah, it's booked up for months. You're just out of luck. So, so we couldn't get one.
It was. The droid was cool. She loved it. She loved going to them, picking out the little pieces. And and I said, don't you want an R2? I said, R2 would be really cool. No, BB. All right. Well, let's go with a no purple. All right. Why not?
Right. Yeah, I did a little bit of research. I watched a couple of videos, and I was kind of going back and forth too. But it seemed like the R2 was a little easier to control. So I just said, well, maybe I'll just go with that. That's the main reason why I got it.
It is. The BB is a pain in the butt when she wants to do it. I literally have to take it off, take the unit out, power on and off to get it to work right. And yeah, it is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So.
But she loved it. It was the experience. It was the experience.
Absolutely. And compared to, some of the other, I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't super expensive compared to a lot of things. I mean, Disney, it can be tremendously expensive just to use the restroom there, for crying out loud, let alone anything else. So, and then of course the lines, I mean, it's just crazy. Of course, then we went just before the pandemic. We went in February of 19. So no, February of 20, excuse me. So just before the pandemic.
Right before.
It was mobbed with people. And then of course people were coughing and sneezing. And then as I look back at it, I'm like, geez, it was probably just one big petri dish. I mean, I don't know.
It didn't get, we went March this year and it was, you had to wear masks, so that and the heat, that was killer. But it wasn't too bad. I think the only thing is the kids couldn't get real close to the people. So we went to Galaxy's Edge, you could see them. And they would do certain things, but that was as far as it went. You couldn't get near him. He was hoping he'd get the saber and he'd build a saber, and then like Kylo Ren would be there, and it would be a great experience. But COVID is what it is.
Well, hopefully things will improve at some point and get back to a little bit more like that.
We'll do another trip when Daddy can recover financially from an event. I mean,
it might take years for some. I mean, depending on how all out you went. So
it was the first time I was at Disney for 20, I think almost 20 some years. And so it was what it was. We're sitting there and, the wife, it was, I think it was like probably July. She's like, when are we going on vacation? I said, we went on vacation, Disney in March. That was it. She's like, I want to go put my feet in the sand. It's the summer. Tell you what, hon, there's a sand pit, little play box out in the back. Go have it.
Oh, brother.
Oh, yeah. But
it can be quite an expense for sure. And like I said, even if you try to go on the quote unquote cheap, it's not. I mean, there's really no way to avoid but so much. I mean, even if you're staying off, and things like that, but it's still,
they get you no matter what. They get you.
Sure.
So how about other collectibles? What else is the Bearded Barbarian into?
I collect obviously a lot of pops, but I collect other figures as well. I've really gotten into some more comic books. When I started collecting years ago, I don't want to tell how old I am, but years ago when I was in school was sort of the mid 90s of when comic books were really popular. Like they're not really valuable because there were so many made. So I've gotten sort of back a little bit into comic books collecting and things like that. So I'm trying to collect certain ones of those that I remember and things like that. And, but I mainly stick to Funkos and Funko sodas, but I do collect some other ones that I like. I picked up a couple of U2s, little figures. I don't know if you've collected any of those. Nope. There's a couple of those that I'm into, and things that, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything specific. I'm not like a set collector. Like people will, I need to have all of the Seinfelds, or I need to have all of the things. I was like, my house isn't even close to being big enough for all that kind of thing. I just collect certain ones that I like, and then just sort of do it like that. So I don't even know if there's any sets that I fully collected, to be honest with you. So
I was into the ad icons until the McNuggets, and then after that, it's like, if the set works for me and I like it, I'll work on it. If not, I'm happy with certain ones and be able to pick and choose.
Yeah, I like the ad icons too, but I only collect the ones I remember as a child, like the ones I liked, like Cocoa Pebbles. I was really into Cocoa Pebbles, so I wanted that one and certain ones like that. But if there was ones, even if it looked cool, I just really wasn't into getting it. So
some of them, it's like learning it. It's like when we got the Kaboom soda and I opened it, I'm like, I got to Google because I have no idea what Kaboom is.
Right.
I mean, here it's a cereal, and then it's like, well, it's a cereal that was made until like 2009. I'm like, in my childhood, I'll date myself, 80s and 90s when
Right.
cereal was big. I never remember even seeing Kaboom cereal.
That doesn't ring a bell with me either. That's for
Yeah.
sure. So
And it's like, yeah, it's been going on since the 60s, 70s, 80s, and it ended in the 90s or like 2009. I'm like, I got nothing. I've never seen even in a
now,
store.
now you know why it ended. You didn't buy any. If you'd bought some
Yeah,
cereal, they'd still be in business.
maybe it's my fault.
It's
I'm sorry,
partially your fault.
Kellogg's or Post or whoever made it. Oh, here's someone jabbing at ages. Two boys.
No, I am not 54. I'm still in my 40s. Thank you very much.
You and me both. You and me both.
Yeah, the white in my beard really. I told somebody, I was like, if I shave my beard, I think I probably look like I was 12. But all this white, it has slowly over time gone from salt and pepper to just salt. So that's been the rough part. So
How about what was your first Funko Pop?
my first one was Julian Edelman. I'm a Patriots fan.
Okay.
They won today, by the way, which is wonderful.
They did. They did.
Of course, yeah. We're going to win the Super Bowl again this year. Just to let you know, for anyone.
You never know.
Right. So I collected it, and I opened it, and of course threw the box right in the trash because I just thought it was a figure that I wanted. So I had that, and it's actually at work. I don't even have it here. And then I did that for a couple other ones, just kind of little random ones. And then I realized, hey, these things may actually have value. And actually, that one is almost like would have been $75 if I still had the box. Of course, I don't. But so I started collecting mainly sports one. This area down here, like if you go back to my earliest videos, you'll see Patriots pictures all back here, all autographed Patriots memorabilia. And now there isn't probably, I have a little cabinet that's got a few sports things. It's all gone. It's all upstairs, stored somewhere, because I don't have any room for it. It's all Funko Pops and sodas and other stuff. So
Patriots are good. Those are good collectibles to have.
Yeah, well, Tom Brady moved on, so I sort of like, okay, all right. So we'll let some of the other teams win, I guess.
And then he goes and wins another one.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
But yeah, have you ever been to the stadium?
I've been to Foxborough Stadium, but not when there was a game going on. I've gone to a couple games, but not Foxborough because I live in Virginia. So
Okay.
I mean, I would have to go, travel distance, and so I went to a Washington Redskins game 2 years ago. The last year Brady was, and of course they destroyed them. And I went 2001 to Carolina Panthers game, and the last game of the season. So it was the first year that Brady was playing, and the last year Brady was playing. I saw. And actually, the interesting thing about the Carolina Panthers game, it was supposed to be the second game of the season, but that's when September 11th, 2001 happened, and they canceled all the games and they moved them to the end of the season. So I was able to see that game. So those were the only two I've gone to, but they were great, and the Patriots won, so all's well. So.
They did. And Edelman, man, he was something special. Sad to see him retire. He was sort of that Wes Welker that they get these players that are just, I mean, unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I mean, and just like come out of nowhere, like he was a quarterback, 7th round. I think it was a 6th round or something like that. But yeah, I mean, he was aside from Tom Brady, my favorite player. So, and I still have a Tom Brady stuff, but I don't have a lot of sports pops. That's not really big into my collection because I do have a Larry Bird autograph pop. That's one of my favorites.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a cool one. You can't really see it back there, but I like the autograph pops. Do you have any autographed Funkos? Or
I do. I've done a lot with Dark Parlor, $7 a pop. So I have some sit behind me. They sit down. Goonies right now is one that I finally put that together, having to get brand signed. So that one was a little bit of an expense. But
I'll bet.
Yeah. I guess with him doing Deadpool and the Avengers with Thanos, Josh Brolin just, wow, I could really charge a lot for my autograph.
He probably didn't sign a lot of brands though. He probably was mostly Thanos, right?
I would think. It was one of those you had to send it to him and they take it to a con or wherever he was. So yeah, and it's not a great autograph. It's very scribbly.
Right.
But
Understood.
you know, it was neat to see some of the Goonies come out, and you know, like Chunk, who's a lawyer. You know, he did a signing this year, which was awesome, and Data. So
Yeah, it's great when you get a chance to actually go to, like, I went to a GalaxyCon a couple of years ago and I had Michael Rooker sign a
oh,
Yondu pop, so that was cool. And I tried to get um, Neville Longbottom, the guy that played Neville Longbottom,
hmm
if you're into Harry Potter,
oh yeah.
sign a pop. But I went with the idea, hey, I'll just buy the pop at the con because I don't have a pop. So what a great idea! And I went, and of course, no pop. Right, you can't find it anywhere. So I had to just get an
Because
autograph and a
probably
picture.
everyone had that idea. Wow, he's here. Or we're just
I did ask, and they're like, "Yeah, we had like 2, and they sold out within 2 seconds." So, yeah, it didn't work out for me. So,
But I've heard great things about Michael Roker. He is one that I've had opportunities to get his autograph, but I want to actually meet him because I've heard he's awesome to meet.
yeah, he is, and he did like a little talk and stuff like that, and he was very very interested, and like he runs down. He's very personable. So
Yep.
you don't always get that. I mean, sometimes it's just like almost like I don't know if I want to meet people that are famous because they're not always the nicest people.
Oh yeah.
So but he was really really nice. He really was. He wanted to
Some you
spend
can
time.
tell. All right, you guys, you're paying them a lot of money to sit here. They don't really want to be here.
Right.
Here, okay, move on. Next. It's yeah.
Another one that was cool was TJ Miller. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Then now there's no pop for. I thought there'd be a Deadpool pop for his, but there isn't apparently.
No.
And so I have a Silicon Valley. I don't know if you watched that show when I was on.
Yep.
That was one of my favorite shows. And so for his thing, I brought the pop, and I went to a comedy show. He was really really nice. I mean, people think he's really out there and he's got a lot of stuff going on. He had a lot of stuff going on. He was very quirky though. He wouldn't let you take a picture with like your cell phone. He's like, none of that. So he had somebody with a Polaroid, and he'd take a Polaroid and then he'd flip it over and autograph the back of the Polaroid, and then he autographed like the side in front of my pop.
That's cool.
Really nice.
That's cool. And some of them are. I mean, there's certain actors and actresses that have this unique quirks to them.
Well, he said he was going through some things. He said, I'm going through some personal things right now, and I don't want anyone taking a picture because then people put it in places where they're not supposed to put it. So I understood.
Very true. Very true. Let's see. How about what is like? And I see some great ones that sit behind you. What is like what's your grail? Your favorite 1 or 2 pops?
My favorite one is Ace Ventura. You can sort of see it behind me, Ace Ventura. And another one that I have is having a senior moment. Oh dear. The wrestling pop, the 7-Eleven wrestling pop. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, those are my favorite 2 pops. They're probably more valuable ones too. I like I said, I like a lot of the autograph ones too. Now you have one in the back there that is the grail that I desperately want and I need to hunt down. It's Alan and Baby Carlos. I have to find that pop from somewhere. I keep every time there's like a mystery box with one in there, I'm just like, I need to get in on this thing, and it just never works out for me. So
I was able to get him early. Someone hit him in a mystery. I think it was actually Mama J and Spectre hit him in a mystery box, and they knew I was looking for him, so they reached out. We made a deal before he went up to the level that he is now.
Right.
But yeah, that one was one. I'm surprised we've not seen more Hangover pops. I don't know why, but I think they could make a couple that would be really. But you just never know with Funko. I mean, you think it makes sense, and then they just
Well, I don't think they do a lot of things that make sense, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know.
No, they don't. And you just don't know. Is it licensing? Is it not? Or is it just there? Because I mean, when I was thinking, I saw the Goonies coming out this year. I'm like, great, we're gonna get maybe Andy and the other girl. I always forget her name.
Right.
And we'll get maybe we do another Sloth, or maybe we get the Fratellis, and it's like, here's Regenerated. Okay, here's a Chunk. Here's a Mikey. Oh, we get a Brand, and a couple Sloths, and that's it. It's like,
they just want to keep making the main characters over and over and over again because they know people are into them, and some of those other ones have gone up so much, so they feel like, well, people will just get those. The problem is it can sort of force down the values of some of those other ones too. So, but they're not that worried about that. They just want to sell products. So
they just want to sell product. They know exactly. They know what to do.
sure.
They know what to do. Yeah.
Sure.
Although I don't know, they just some of their Funko shop. They just seem to bring a lot out of the Funko shop lately.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, those ad icon watches I looked at, I was like, oh my God, $25 for something that looks like a Cracker Jack prize.
Well, I told somebody else, I was like, I don't know if I would follow the time that Funko says, because their estimating skills on some of these times for their drops is way off. So if they're selling you a watch, don't go buy that. So
let's see what else we have. Chase's Kingdom. Come on down to Ray J room in the ship for Barbarian. Oh, here's your buddy. Eric. BBC is actually Brady befriends Cleon, or maybe it is Brady baby Carlos. Oh my goodness.
Good old Eric.
Eric is something else. Something else.
He definitely is.
How about anything you're looking forward to with, Funko? Obviously, maybe we're going to get an NYCC part 2 because, I mean, you don't know what happened. Are they sitting in a ship? Did Funko just not release them?
I don't know if they know where they are. That's the real scary part about it. I mean, I am looking forward to, them releasing the things that they said they were going to release, but I'm not holding my breath because, when I went down to Hot Topic to buy the things, and the lady looked at me like I'd lost my mind. And, they're like, oh, those things come in. They'll come in December. I was like, oh, that's nice. Thanks for passing that along to me. I drove all the way down there. I'm not anywhere near a Hot Topic or a box lunch or anything like that. So it's an hour and a half, either north or east. And it was just a big waste of time. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to more of those. I don't know. Some of the stuff that they're doing isn't really like, I'm not really into the ornaments. A lot of people are like, hey, are you interested in ornaments? It's not really my thing. I don't know. Maybe people are really into it, but it's for me. I
just think it's you regenerate the same looking pop in smaller form and put an ornament on it and sell it for $10, and it's just like,
yeah.
Yeah. And it's some of their lines that they do. I think they want to throw things on, see if it sticks on a wall, and because I think that they weren't sure the sodas were going to take off.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think they got real lucky on that one for sure. But I don't think I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm underestimating Funko, but I don't know that they fully understand why they're as successful as they are. I think they just think, oh, it's just a fun thing, when they don't realize maybe the exclusivity of them and the fact that you can pull something else out of them. I just think they can go to a lot of other areas. I'd like to see them. And I've said this multiple times. If Funko, if you're watching, I think a 10-inch Funko soda in a bottle would be a very cool one. Something a little bit different, or a mystery soda where they don't even tell you what the figure is and they just sell you a can, and it could be a chase, or it could be anything in there.
I like that.
So yeah, something different. Something different.
And I think, what's the one coming out? I think it's it might be a Donald Duck where there's actually 2 chases.
Right. Yeah.
I like that idea. I thought
that's something different. That's something I think definitely has a chance to really be something cool, because it'll force you to buy more sodas, because that's really what they want you to do. I mean, then you have to buy at least 3, right? So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think I've only ever bought a case from Curtis once, and it was only because it was Sully, which hasn't come in yet. Probably sitting on a boat somewhere out in the harbor or in a container somewhere. But that's the only one. It was like, I don't want to risk it. I've got to have that one.
Right. Yeah, that's a cool one. I never was able to get that one either.
Yeah, it's like, then I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, so you got Mike. Where's Mike? We have Sully. Right. You got to make a Mike Wazowski, and I'm sure in a year and a half.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how spotty they are. I mean, you would think they would do like a Mike and a Sully like at the same time, but they just kind of like do one and then they'll do something else, and
maybe
just like they're all over the place. They're real scatterbrained.
So. And then you think about some of the ones that they're not making. It's like how Star Wars. I mean, my goodness, people, or enough of the anime, or there's so many different sodas they could do, and it's like, I don't,
Yeah, I assume at some point they will get to Star Wars for sure. And like I said, certain Marvel ones, etc. But yeah, it seems like it's all sort of all over the place, and I don't know if they fully have a real plan.
They tried different things. They tried the rock candy. And now they're trying the new figures, which are just like almost like the rock candy. I forget what they call them.
Those gold figures.
It's like, okay. And then they tried the little figures that look like Playmobil things. I got it because I like Seinfeld, but in the essence of them, they're pretty ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have mine behind me too, and then I realized I thought the minifigures would be like the minis that you would normally pull, and instead it looks like Play School. And I feel like I need to write to Funko. I'm not going to swallow it. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to eat it. I don't understand why they felt it necessary to make them that way. It's the oddest thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. It's like I get the little house, put it together. I like it. I don't like the figures, and then you got to put them in the little. I mean, it's just like Playmobil and the other. I mean, it's like, oh, come on, guys, this is not good. And I don't think they've done well. I don't think they've sold well, so I'm sure it'll be phasing out. I think they're throwing Harry Potter at it, so we'll see what Harry Potter can do, because
Harry Potter might do something, but I mean, like I said, if I bought Harry Potter, I just wouldn't put any of the figures up. I just box up the figures and just keep the structure. So
yeah. It works good, but yeah, I mean, you look at some things they do. Harry Potter is like unbelievable what they do with Harry Potter. They like pick the movie, and here's like 30 pops. Another year we'll pick the next movie. Here's 30 more. You never understand.
And then some of the pops are just like, like the Yule Ball ones. I don't know. Someone's like, "You're gonna collect all the Harry Potters?" I was like, I don't think there's enough room in one area just for Harry Potter stuff. Just collect a couple figures that I like, and that's it.
A series of the Harry Potter ones. It's like, they're stuck on this, the ball, and I guess that's what the Goblet of Fire, I think, was that movie.
Right.
And they just stick on it. And there's like, they haven't even gotten to some other good ones they could do. But I'm sure they will eventually.
They're going to keep cranking it out until you just say, please stop with Harry Potter. And I love Harry Potter, and I hate to be the one that have to tell them that, but at some point it just needs to stop. And then they need to be more interesting. Like I said, they're just doing them, Harry Potter holding this or Harry Potter holding that instead of it something else. It's just like a Grogu. How many different things are they going to put in Grogu's hand? I mean, they got, a microphone in his hand. What is it going to have? A baseball hat? I don't understand. I mean, it's just
now you had the squid, and then you had all the stuff. I mean, they're still not done, I'm sure, with Mandalorian season 2. With
it'll come back around once it becomes popular. Here we go again with more Grogu stuff. Or if he's going to be in there, I don't know. I mean, but so
it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think they're filming, so maybe early 2022, mid 2022. Hopefully not the end.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to like Book of Boba and those?
I am looking. Oh my goodness! When I saw that preview last week, I was like, "Wow, this is." Yeah, I was looking at them, thinking, "All right," and obviously with Disney, I know they're not going to release it all at once, like a Netflix or something like that. So, December 29th, be ready. I'll be ready to go. But
I actually, the first season of Mandalorian, I told myself I'm not, because I'm a binge watcher. I like to binge watch things, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch for half a season. And the problem is, I basically had to shut myself into this room and not listen to anybody, because the first thing somebody wants to say, they want to start talking about the episodes. So at the second season, I was like, the heck with it. I'm just going to watch them as I go. So.
I try to do that with TV. I like to watch. I binge like 3 episodes. So I'll watch certain ones and I'll record them. Mm-hmm. And the wife will ask me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching my." She said, "You just watched this." And now I do 2 or 3. And then I won't watch it for 3 or 4 weeks, and I just tell her that's how I like to do it. But unfortunately, I'm sure with Book of Boba and Loki and Mandalorian, I couldn't do it. I would watch it every week,
right?
Because too many people would talk about it. I'd be Monday morning or whatever they'd watch. That's the talk.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, just like, so either you ruin it for yourself by hearing whatever they're saying, or just watch it and have to wait. I mean, when I was a child, I had to put myself through that. I mean, when you watch a show, you wait till the next week. It's just, I would annoy my friends with all the speculation of what I think is going to happen. Of course, I'm way off. I mean, it's the thing I want to have happen, but is never the thing that they actually do. So it's just I think they're going to do this. They're going to kill off this person. I'm like, no, they're not. And of course they did. So
yeah, I'll give it to Mandalorian. I did not think that Luke was going to come the way they did. And yeah, I had no idea. That surprised me.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people wanted, but I think there were a few people that didn't want that. So I was sort of concerned they win the day. So
It went well. I think they did it good. I think it plays along in the story. I'm curious where they go from that. Where they go now. And will they story that what happens to the Mandalorian, what happens to Grogu, what happens to Boba. Hopefully they have I'm sure that it'll wrap it in somehow.
I was going to say, I don't think somebody was like, well, maybe they'll write out Grogu and because he went. I don't think so. Grogu is very popular. They're not going to write out a popular character like that.
No, he's got to be in it. Obviously we have to write out Cara Dune, but that's for another reason.
Right. Well, I don't know. Are they going to bring her back? Somebody said, "Oh, they may bring her back." I don't know. I don't see it happening, but
I don't think she would come back. She's kind of like that person that. Yeah, no, you did me wrong once. I'm not. No, that's the way it's gonna be. Yeah, here we go. Candyman. Can't wait to see Book of Boba. Not too long. December 29th, episode 1 will come out. How about anything else you're looking forward to? Movies or anything like that?
I'm not really sure. Let's say, the Ghostbusters movie. I desperately need to see that Ghostbusters. I'm really into Ghostbusters. I didn't really care for the 2016, so we won't even discuss that. But any of the other Ghostbusters stuff, I really did like. So I'm looking forward to. I've seen a lot of good stuff from that.
I'm excited for it. I told we bought tickets today to see it. The Thursday that it opens, whatever it is, the 18th. And he's like, I'm not sure I want to see it, Dad. I don't know. I said, I'm telling you, the guys are in it. We don't know how much. Who knows? But I mean, the guys are in it. And he watched the other one. He said, well, they were in it there too, and they were in a taxi. It was like, no, that I'm going to guarantee they're going to put the suits on. They have the figures. They're going to put the suits on somehow, some way.
Yeah, it should be awesome. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, you build it up in your mind. It might not ever meet that, but I do think it's going to be really, really great. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And I don't know, Batman. I'm being optimistic. I'm very because everyone's like, well, he's going to do horrible because of Twilight. Well, he is able to do other things, I'm sure.
He did Harry Potter. He did. He did some other serious movie. That's sort of been he's got to stick with his shtick, I mean, he's the heartthrobby guy, and But
they're going to bring in a younger dynamic, and you have to understand something. I've told this to people the same age. They're not really going after us anymore. Okay, we're that leftover dynamic that they want the younger people's money is more important than yours or our money anyway. So they're trying to bring out other people. The trailers I saw look good, so I'm trying to be optimistic. So
they look good. He looks good in it. The characters look good in it. I don't know about the Batmobile. I don't know my thoughts on that one. That one was a little perplexing to me, but I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to give him a shot at it. We'll see.
Right.
Because we've seen, in our generation, we've seen some bad ones. I mean,
Oh yes. Michael Schumacher almost killed that franchise. Did everything he could to. I mean, for me, the original Batman and Batman Returns were my favorite ones because it's just from my childhood. It's what I remember.
You can't beat Keaton. I mean, Keaton was just he had the look, the feel, and you had Jack, and I mean, then you had Danny DeVito, Michelle. I mean, those were awesome. Well done, visually stunning. Val Kilmer was all right. I think what saved him is I liked Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones made it work. Mm-hmm. And then, George was
Batman and Robin went
wow. He tried to save it. You brought Robin in the first one. All right. Mm-hmm. He was a good actor. And then we got Arnold Schwarzenegger. Man. Bad.
Well, it's one of those things where I think that sometimes the directors and the producers think I've got to go, like they said the second one was too dark. We need to go the complete. I didn't think they need to go the complete opposite direction. It was so bright. I was like, my eyes were burning out of my head with all the bright colors. I was like, maybe they could have just toned it back a little bit.
Arnold sparkling and those little ice hockey guys and Bane and Poison Ivy. It was like, oh man, guys, this is not good.
Yeah, that was.
But then Christian Bale brought it back, and they wrapped it up in the short story that it was. But I liked
the newer one. Sure, absolutely, I absolutely did.
So I'll definitely have this. I'll sit and watch it, and I'll wait and see, because some people are just, they hate it. They can't, they won't give it the time of day because of who he is. But,
right. Yeah, Mr. Techbot keeps telling me over and over again, it's going to be the worst thing. I said, look, you're not going in with an open mind. You have to go in with an open mind at least. I mean, because I can remember, when they were Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker, and the people were like, that's just ridiculous. Yep. Are you serious? Because I mean, people thought of him. He was like in like kids movies and teen movies.
The teen popper guy, or the son on that Mel Gibson movie, and
that Knight's Tale movie, which I didn't think was bad, but it wasn't.
That was good.
Yeah, I mean, but people didn't think much of it, and look how it turned out. So I mean, you never can tell.
He did good there, and then he killed it.
Oh yeah.
I always look at him and Jack, and people say, "Who's the best Joker?" I said, "They're just it's like 1A, 1B." I can't compare. The two are just two different. They're incredible on each. You can't compare. And then the whole Joker and Suicide Squad, I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different. Just a little different.
Well, I like it when they try to do something a little bit different. So I mean, at least they're not trying to imitate something else. That's when I think it really looks bad. So, but I think that sometimes people are like, oh, the actor did a terrible job in this or that. Sometimes the writing will just completely let you. You can have the best acting in the world, but if the writing is just atrocious, there's nothing that person can do. So I just think that some of the writing in some of those has just been really, really bad.
I think it's a problem that I think DC has with some things, because I mean, Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman was awesome. I loved it.
Right.
And I had so much high expectations for the what was it, 84, 85, whatever one it was. And visually, I thought it was awesome going back, but the story just sucks so bad that she couldn't save it.
Exactly right.
Save that movie.
Right.
And the kids were like, I think it was like Christmas last year. They were all excited. Oh, HBO was going to have it. And my son looked at me and said, "Dad, the first Wonder Woman was so good. She's good, but man, this sucked."
It was terrible. I really was.
It was bad. And I think she's only going to do one more group or something like that. So hopefully they do her better than what she did. Yeah. I didn't like Batman v Superman, but when they came with the ensemble, I didn't like the story, and I still have not watched the whole the Snyder cut, because I just can't seem to get it in front of the TV.
It's so long. Holy crap. I sat down, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And 10 minutes in, I'm like, how much longer is this thing? 4 hours. I mean, who has 4 hours to sit in front of the TV? So I started watching in chunks, but then I forgot. My memory's crap. So I forgot what had happened in the first part. I was like, geez, I don't know. I mean, I still haven't gotten all my way through it. So
yeah, we'll see what they do. We'll see. Yeah. DC is a long way to catch up with Marvel, I believe.
Oh yeah. Well, it's such a different thing. And like I said, my favorite comic books when I was a child were DC comic books.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really into Batman and Lobo, and I wasn't really into like superheroes, but more like the anti-heroes. That was more of what I liked for comic books. But the movies are just so much better in Marvel than they are DC. It's almost like almost an embarrassment. Aside from the Batman movies, I don't know.
Hopefully they can. We'll see what they can do. I don't know. I mean, maybe Marvel will be on a little bit down slope. We'll see. Although I have not seen Shang-Chi. I've heard great things.
I saw it. It was a great movie. I really did like that one.
Eternals looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen Eternals yet, so I might wait on that one. I mean, I went to the theater for Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And I might wait on Eternals. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do about
that. Yeah, I told the boy, I said, Eternals doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't. I could watch it streaming in a few months and I'll be okay. I don't think I need to see that in the theater. Ghostbusters, we're going. Spider-Man, we'll go see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, to be honest with you. I don't know. They've done so many Spider-Man. I mean, it's just like, really? I mean, how many times do we have to bring this character? But people love it, so I get it. I mean, I really do get it. But
I'm curious to see how they bring back the other characters from the other Spider-Man movie.
Well, they're Marvel. They'll do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, just like they'll just put it up there. Like, didn't this person? Oh no, that didn't happen. You forget that. They'll just.
Well, now they're doing the whole timeline thing. They can really just do whatever they want.
Right. It's exactly right.
It's so open now.
Loki's really opened a lot of doors for people with all these weird timelines. So Loki was awesome. I did really like that. That was probably one of my favorite shows. Marvel
I'm
shows.
glad that we get a second season of that, and I thought they did awesome with WandaVision. WandaVision, I thought was fabulous.
I had a hard time at first with WandaVision because the shows, like the original, like the first 3 episodes, I was like, I don't like watching black and white television. My dad used to make us watch black and white television, a long time ago. I was like, this is a punishment to watch this. So, and people are like, oh, you just have to sit through the first 3 and then the fourth. I'm like, I got to sit through 3 episodes of this for it to get really good. And it wasn't that bad. I got, but it was tough for me at first, man.
The first 2 were like, what am I watching? And then by the time someone saw it before me, and they said, listen, just make it to episode 4. You'll be all right. And I did, and it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Missouri popping in to say hello. How are you doing, Charles? Let's see. How about anything good coming up? Any mystery boxes or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a couple mystery boxes coming up. I've got a Poptopia that I purchased. I've started to buy some. I want this stuff. A long time ago, I started buying some, and then I've been a while, and then I watched a couple Sassy Cajun and a couple other channels that were opening some. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll give them a shot and see, because I'd sort of gotten in a rut buying a lot of Smile World box, because I really do like Smile World. Yep. But I just I want to try different things. So I've started a couple of those. And then I've been opening a lot of sodas lately, so it's been sort of some of that too. So, but I have $150, I think it's Christmas Come Early or something like that. Ooh, box. That's one of those. Yeah, it's like a bunch of stuff in there, not just pops and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that one. So
that was a good one, and they love those guys love their sodas.
Yeah,
they have quite the collection.
I heard they have every single one. I don't know if that's true, but that someone told me they have every single one.
I had them on about 3 weeks ago, and I think they do have them all. I don't think I think they have some of the new ones they still had to get yet, but I think they have pretty much the whole collection.
Wow,
the Freddy's and everything like that. Yeah, that's quite the. Or maybe there was one. Maybe it was a Matthew Patel chase that he was missing.
Oh, okay.
That's a tough one. But
yeah.
That's a tough one. But yeah, that's what's your thoughts on, like, everyone talks about mystery boxes and whatnot has destroyed mystery boxes, and I tell people I don't know if it's destroyed. I mean, obviously the mystery box game today is not what it was a year ago or 2 years ago. Especially you look at Smile World. When I don't remember too many times where Smile World will come out on a Sunday and say we're only doing a pop drop today.
Right.
And you go weeks without mystery boxes.
Yeah, it's certainly changed the game. I don't know that. I mean, I feel like it sort of changed about a year ago when people got into those waffles. There was a lot of waffles there for a while, and everyone sort of pulled back on the mystery boxes and got into that, and that seemed to go real quick. And they've sort of gotten away from that, and now they're getting into, like you said, whatnot and stuff like that. I don't go to too many of those auctions. I need to be controlled. I don't know. All of a sudden everyone starts, throwing their money around. It's like, I need to get that. And then I realized I just bought something that was worth $20 and I paid $50. And I don't need that kind of
that happened a lot on Whatnot a year ago. Not anymore, but a year ago. Now they've sort of ventured off into doing different things. And I know it was weird when I was sitting watching someone. I looked at their one tab that said vintage clothing. I'm like, this isn't vintage clothing. All right, I got to see this. What's vintage clothing? Here's a guy selling used clothing out of his closet, and I was like, wow, okay.
Vintage it means something more than that. It sounds like used clothing is really what it is. It sounds like a thrift store.
Yeah. I got this back in 1993. I've worn it. There's some holes, but it's vintage.
When they get to the underwear, that's when we really run out of stuff to sell, I guess. So
yes. But yeah, I think Whatnot changed a little bit, and selling pops. Obviously, if you buy mystery boxes, sometimes you're gonna get a lot you don't like, and you gotta move them in some way. Whatnot's a great way to move them, but I don't know. It's just like Funko isn't. I don't want to say Funko is dead, but it is a lot harder to sell pops or move pops, just like it is mystery boxes today, than what it was even 6 months ago.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's the game keeps changing for sure, and I think there are maybe fewer people involved maybe than before. I don't know. I collect because I really like this stuff. Like some people are really into it, and they're thinking, I could lose my shirt or something like that if it's an investment. I guess I never really looked at it like that. I've been collecting so long. I've seen things, like I used to collect baseball cards in the 90s, thinking this was a great investment, when in reality it was a horrible investment because they made so many of them. They're not worth anything. I have a whole big box right over here of baseball cards, and there's a few that have some value, but 99% of them aren't worth the paper they're printed on. So, and I collected so many other things, it's the same thing. So if you're collecting it thinking, hey, it's going to be worth double, maybe it will be. But for me, I just collect the stuff I really like. So if I get stuck with it, I was going to get stuck with it anyway because I like it. So
it's fun. I remember back, was it 1989? Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. I remember there was an article. Okay, I'm going to go to college. I have 3 of these things, and this is my college tuition.
Whoops. I hope he went to community college and on a scholarship, because it ain't working out very well.
Yeah, I don't know what they're worth now, but obviously not what people thought they would be.
Right.
Because it's just the number that they make, and
yeah,
I think people talk about Funko. It's like, when do we see the limited editions like we used to? The 480 pieces or the 1,000 pieces.
Right.
There might be 3 or 4 of them on a con, but not like it used to be, and or the limited edition Funko Shop ones, which we don't really see too much of anymore.
Well, I think there's sort of like this dynamic of people thinking that the difference between collectibles and toys, right? Toys are they're not limited in any way, so it's just one of those type of things. And I think that Funko's getting to a point where they're just getting greedy, just like many large companies sell as many as they can, and really they're just hurting themselves ultimately. So I don't know. I mean, I think that unfortunately these companies that sort of grow up and they were really cool when they were small and they were part of the community, and you felt like you were in it together kind of a thing, or at least had that feeling. Now you realize I'm buying something from $1 million conglomerate corporation, and it's just they don't really care that much other than they're selling things, and that's ends up killing things for themselves ultimately. So I don't know.
It's a money grab, and that's what you see. You see a release, and it's not just. I mean, the Blacklight's a perfect description. It's just like not just the pops, not just the sodas, but we're doing T-shirts. We're going to do posters. We're going to do minis and ornaments and this and that. It's all over.
Yeah, and then they just do it until you hate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep giving you what you want until you hate us for it, instead of just saying, we'll do enough to keep you interested in doing it, and then just make it a little bit sparse, and then and then keep the demand going. But that's not they don't look at it that way. So
no, but I think they hit a home run, and I think they probably were surprised at the sodas, at least here in the States, because overseas, I mean, even overseas, they take our U.S. count, say it's 10,000, they drop it to 5, and they still sit. I mean, you can go on like Funko Europe, and for whatever reason, sodas in the Europe overseas, they don't sell well. I don't know what it is.
Maybe they're not doing a good job of advertising. Maybe people just, I don't know, they don't think of it the same way. Like I said, I think for myself, the idea of being able to get something that you don't know what you're going to get, that surprise, and maybe other people in other countries don't feel the same way about that. I don't know. Just a thought.
How about what's your favorite soda, or your favorite 2 sodas?
The favorite soda I have is probably my Freddy Funko. I got the Chase and the regular one, so that one was cool. And the other one was Moss Man. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And because it's flocked. I like the ones that are a little bit different. Bob Ross is another cool Chase one that I have that's flocked. I like the ones that are different. They try to do something a little bit different. I wish they would do more. Like, they seem to be doing a lot of glow ones, and to me, the glow's not very good. But they do a lot of glow ones. I'd like to see them doing some other ones, like maybe a scented one, or try to do some other things, or mix them up, have it be flocked and scented, or do multiple different types of things. I don't know, just make it. I told somebody else I'd like to see them do a zombie pop that's scented of death, flocked, and and just have stickers all over the thing, so you can't even see the pop in there. That would be cool.
I was telling somebody, it was Stinkor, the Stinkor soda, and I said, yeah, the Chase was scented, and I said, when I smelled it, It reminded me of that toy back in like 1985, 86, or 80, something like that. When I had it, I remember it was scented, and we were at a buddy's house playing it, and it just resonated with me, and it was like it smelled
Brought you
like
back, huh?
and then yeah, it was great. And sometimes they do these sodas. I mean, the flocking and to be able to do that, it's fabulous, and it's detailed, and it's quite the figures.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of them they do a really great. Some of them are a little sloppy, but some of them they do a really great job. And that's part of the reason again where I think. Plus, for me, the way you can display them, my brother made these little stands where I can put the can and the soda, and then stuff like that, and sort of display them in my glass cabinet here. So yeah, I really like them because you can display them really nicely. And
I have to say I do really like your display for the sodas. I think that's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's just he just made like these little wooden steps, and you can put it's just one of those Detolf IKEA cases, and then you can just put like 4 across, and then there's 3, so you can put about 12 in one little section. So
yeah,
I got to get him to make some more. He's getting kind of lazy on me. So he's a pilot for Southwest Airlines. He's like, I need to fly the plane. I was like, I need sodas, so get to work. So
there you go. Here we got Nick Bear, Mr. Barbarian, Nick here, reporter for Noise. That is No Eyes News. Will you ever please describe what exactly is on your pop stack?
Okay, I'll make sure to do that. I have, like, when I do my giveaways, I have like a pop stack. I'll make sure to describe what's in there, because usually I'll just take a picture and say. So I'll make sure to do that.
Jeremy, I like the black light now. I think they're going a little bit crazy with black light myself. I think it is the new chrome. Anything they can blacklight, they're going to do it. So you get some work. Alice in Wonderland, I think that works. Some of the Marvel, it works. Some of the stuff they're doing else with blacklights, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's typical. I mean, it's just like when they did the zombie line, or they did the Venomized line, or anything they'll find like, oh, this group of people really like this. Let's give them everything that they can possibly, and then just absolutely, like, say, kill it. So it's everything will come out blacklight, and nobody will want it anymore.
The luchas, I have no idea what they were thinking with lucha stuff. Oh my goodness!
They must think people like old school wrestling stuff. I don't know. I didn't get it. At first I was trying to figure out what it was, because I guess I'm not really into old school wrestling. I mean, I'm into old school wrestling, but not that kind of old school wrestling. So I didn't really understand what I was looking at there for a while. So, but yeah, that was something.
That was different. They threw that against the wall, and that came back. I still think you see some of the Venom or the Lucha sodas still, people just can't get rid of them.
Right. Yeah, they don't have much value, for sure.
No. And you had those poor vendors that were stuck with cases or whatever from Funko, and they're like, man, we got to do something. We'll just put them in mystery boxes.
That's exactly what's happened. I bought in a lot of spastic mystery sodas. I'm like, these again? I have all the chases at this point.
Well, one of them we asked Curtis, when he was like, Curtis, are you out of the Lucha? Yes, I have no more Lucha sodas. I'm done with them. They're out. No worries. They're not in this one. All right. We're good. Here we go. Eric again. So if they make a Tom Brady Tampa Bay soda, will you be a buyer?
I might have to get the spray can out. You know what I'm saying? Cover him up. Cover him up. I thought it was interesting when they did those gold ones, those that they have a Tom Brady, right? But the chase is him in his Patriots outfit. So I have a Chase from Chase's Kingdom. He's a Tampa Bay fan. So I kept giving him a hard time that the chase was the Patriots, but he didn't care for that too much. So.
I mean, I'll give the man. I remember when he was put in for Bledsoe, and everyone's like, "Oh, what?" And then he's like no other player I've ever seen. Yeah. He very well may be the best quarterback that ever played the game.
Maybe. Come on, that's gotta be the best.
Everything there, he's up there. He's up there. I'm still a little bit partial to Peyton. A little bit, I know he's beaten.
Brother, here we go.
A little partial to Peyton. Maybe a little partial to Brett Favre.
A lot of interceptions there. A whole lot of interceptions there.
A whole lot of interceptions. Yes, he's not.
He's lost a lot of games with interceptions.
He's not the finesser that Tom is. No.
Yeah, a little too risky.
No. But yeah, some of the other players those Patriots teams had, man, well, from Welker to Edelman and Belichick, and it's like he's working in another dynasty together.
We'll see what
Be
happens.
interesting to see what he can do. Yeah. I think he
Interesting.
definitely has a quarterback that he can work with, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I like him. I like McCorkle. I wish he would use McCorkle. Just go all out with the name. Don't say Mac. McCorkle. I do know why he would go with Mac, though. That does make a lot of sense. So,
well, here we go. Ryan Milkey. I'm joking. I'm from the UK. Real football. I know Ryan.
Here we go.
Soccer. And
I don't know why it's called football. That's a good point. I mean, how often do you use your foot in football? I mean, occasionally, but.
And it's man, over there, I mean, for us here in the States, football it's one way, but over there, soccer is like a whole different echelon.
No, yeah. Well, they can get real crazy and violent over there. So I don't.
Yeah, they love their local clubs and everything like that.
Right.
I've tried, Ryan. I love the UK. I'm trying to get my wife to move there when I retire in 20 some years.
You say 27 or 20 something?
Well, I'll date myself. I'm 44 now, so I figure I'll probably go 65, 66.
Yikes.
21, 22 more years. We'll see how the economy goes and cryptocurrency and
you're moving to the United Kingdom. Is that what you're saying? Or you wanted your wife to move to the United Kingdom?
I'd like to go to Alaska or the UK and retire there. But
Alaska? Oh my God. What a horrible thing. I mean, I'm moving further south. I'm in Virginia. I want to go further south. I don't ever want to see snow again as long as I live. I lived in Maine for 9 years of my life. I lived in Newfoundland for 3 years. No more snow for me. I'm over it.
I like the cold. This is my time of the year. The snow, as soon as I got a snow blower, it's like, all right, I have the snow blower. I have the heated jacket, heated gloves. I can go out there. I'm good. I don't mind doing it. But I still like it. I haven't hated it yet. I just can't deal. The heat always just drives me nuts.
Well, I mean, at least you can get air conditioning in the heat. I mean, but I didn't mind, looking like when I was a kid, I looked out the window in the snow, and then if they canceled school, which they never did because when you live in Maine, you always have snow, but you go out and have fun. But if you're going to work and I got to drive a distance in the snow, no. In Virginia, if there's an inch of snow, the people will drive like they've never seen it before, have no understanding of what's going on. Horrible drivers around here. So no, not for me.
It is different. No doubt about that.
They can't handle the weather here. When I first moved to Virginia, it was between my junior and senior year. I was waiting for the school bus, and the school bus never showed up. I was like, that's weird. So I went in there to talk to my mom, and she's like, I don't know. I'll ask somebody. She called a fog delay. I was like, fog delay? What is that? I mean, we would, like I said, we would go in sleet, rain, snow. They just put chains on the tires and go pick the kids up. So
these days, these kids I've had my kids off for where they think it's going to rain heavy the next day. It's unbelievable.
They're so afraid somebody's going to sue them. I think must be.
I don't know what it is. It's like, man, we had to have 4 to 5 inches on the ground before they give us a delay, more or less a day off.
Right.
You guys just had the threat of snow, and they're like, we're taking the next 2 days off. I don't know. This day and age, these kids, I'll tell you what.
Oh, well.
Well, we are to that 11 o'clock magical hour, guys. So, Bearded Barbarian, I'm going to let you take us out. Anything you want to say, things coming up on your channel? The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone coming out, checking us out, and I had a lot of fun. I was supposed to do a giveaway video today, but I'm having some problem with my back, so that'll happen tomorrow. And then I've got some, like I said, some of the I want this stuff, a couple mystery boxes coming up this week, and a Poptopia mystery box. And tomorrow I'm on a live with my live group Pop the Chaos, new and old unboxing. Had just passed 1K, so they're going to do a 1K. He's going to do a giveaway. We're going to do open some boxes. It's just have a good fun time, and hope people can check us out. And I was real proud of him that he was able to pass that milestone. That was awesome. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming to join me, guys. If you've never checked out the Bearded Barbarian, go check his channel out. Follow him. Have everyone a safe and safe week. Be well, be safe. We'll see you next week on Sunday, and I'll see you with Sean on Saturday. And have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.
Bye.